What is going on, everybody? This is Tyrell here. If you like cryptocurrency, this is the place to be. A free way to support the channel is to watch the videos, like, comment, and subscribe. Feel free to ask me any questions or any topics that you would like me to cover, and I'll aim to cover those to the best of my ability. Alright, so let's get right into it. Looking at the market, alright, so let's go to the total crypto market cap. We're currently at $1.784 trillion. So if you go to TradingView, this is the site that I use. You can type in total and it shows you the total crypto market cap. Currently approaching 1.8 trillion, maybe even hitting $2 trillion soon. So this is the entire aggregate of the cryptocurrency market. Looking at Bitcoin, we had this rise from 54,000 and we not only surpassed 58,000, which I felt was like a resistance area, but we're currently approaching 60,000 once again. Maybe even surpassing this previous all-time high, on its way up to my target is 75,000 and hopefully up to 100,000. A lot of people are feeling like it's an inevitability that it's going to get to that, and looking at this technical here, it's a very strong buy, so we'll keep an eye on this going forward. Looking at Ethereum, this actually bounced from 1,700 and is currently at 1,827, potentially going up to 2,000. Right, so that'll actually be something on the radar. And Cardano, this one has just exploded, and if you notice from like my previous video, I said that Cardano was in an accumulation zone near $1, and there's been some great news given to the markets about Cardano. So we saw this rise from $1 all the way up to $1.38. So that's a 38% rise right there within a span of like 2 days. So the reason this happened was because Coinbase is actually launching Cardano onto its Coinbase Pro platform, which will allow transactions in Cardano. So people will be able to transfer their Cardano onto Coinbase Pro to begin trading, and these are some of the assets that Coinbase Pro recently had. And if you take like the past as an example, what happened was Coinbase launched these tokens onto its Coinbase Pro platform, and then it added support for those tokens onto its actual Coinbase website for like the general public to use and everything. So that may be a path towards more liquidity going into Cardano, and as you can see, the markets reacted positively to that. And my speculation with Cardano is, since it's on Coinbase Pro now, hopefully it could go onto the actual Coinbase platform, and then it'll actually allow staking, right? So if you know from like my previous videos, Coinbase allows staking for Tezos, Algorand, Atom, DAI, USD coin, and then potentially even adding that capability for Cardano in the future if it goes to Coinbase. And there's actually a wait list for Ethereum staking, Ethereum 2.0. So some really great things coming about, especially for Coinbase, and they're looking to go public soon. Next we have Graph, and as you can see from this article, this Coinbase blog, Graph is even on here as well. So most recently we have added trading support for SushiSwap, Polygon Matic, Scale, the Graph, right? So it started on Coinbase Pro and then it went on to Coinbase. Now looking at this, I feel like this thing is about to like explode. I don't know, I just feel like this thing is like rounding about and then it's about to like hit $2 again, potentially even surpassing that going forward. Next we have Tezos. This one like bounced off of like this trend line, and there's like some positive news with Tezos as well, which I will get into later. Algorand has done pretty well, bouncing from this $1 support line, and it's kind of just like rising in the time being. Atom's doing okay as well. All right, so some really positive news with links. So you can see that it was like oscillating right here, and then it rose all the way up to $30. So let's calculate how much it rose by, and 11%. And this is some really positive news given a really popular company, well known, creating something regarding Chainlink. So what's also like really moving the markets is the Fed holding steady on interest rates and bond purchases. So this chairman of the Federal Reserve, the central bank of the United States, Jerome Powell, essentially said that he's going to keep interest rates near zero through 2023 while the economic recovery gains steam, right? So what they're doing is buying mortgage-backed securities and flooding the market with liquidity, essentially. So I think it's like $120 billion that they're going to be buying in bonds every month. So just $120 billion created out of thin air, buying securities, really inflating prices. And their stated objective is to keep inflation, so like the CPI, the price of goods, at 2%. Well, if you also know of like the interest rates being low, if you hold money in a savings account, you're going to be earning 0.01% interest, while at the same time the inflation rate of the money is going to increase by 2% every year. So there's at least a 1.99% decrease in the value of your money if you just like hold it in a savings account. But in reality, it's probably much higher, given they're not taking into account a lot of things like asset prices or oil. They're just talking about like regular goods like bread and milk and eggs. So that's actually moving the markets, and a lot of risk assets rose on this news. So the stock market rose, the cryptocurrency market rose, and the US dollar is a little bit weaker. And I think that's actually the stated objective. So let's look at the market news. So I would like to say that Bitcoin is not a stock, and this is not financial advice. This is just a guy talking about the cryptocurrency market. And there's been a lot of news happening in this week. It's just crazy. So one thing I wanted to note was Morgan Stanley is offering its actually high net worth clients exposure to Bitcoin funds. So two of the funds are from Galaxy Digital, and the other is a joint effort by FS Investments and NYDIG. So three different companies partnering with Morgan Stanley to begin offering Morgan Stanley clients exposure to Bitcoin. Now this is very bullish news, because if you think of like the millionaires, like these are millionaires, right, beginning to dip their toes into cryptocurrency. And if you like take 10% of $1 million, or 1% of $1 million, I'm sorry, that's $10,000, and that's just 1% of their net worth. But there's also been a lot of research out there that says people can allocate, even companies can allocate 2.5 to 6.5% of their money into Bitcoin and or cryptocurrencies, and their portfolio isn't going to be impacted negatively by volatility, while at the same time this market is appreciating really fast, and their money can grow a lot faster than just like keeping it in a savings account where interest rates are going to be near zero. Right? So in other news, this is very bullish, very bullish. And according to a CNBC report, the $4 trillion wealth management firm is providing high-end clients with access to these three funds. A lot of old money is flowing into this, and I feel like this is just super bullish for not only Bitcoin but the cryptocurrency market as a whole. And as I was talking about Chainlink earlier, Grayscale offers new trust to invest in 5 more cryptos, including Filecoin and Chainlink. I don't invest in Filecoin, but I do invest in Chainlink, which is why this price rose. Oh, not my investment, but Grayscale offering these trusts into these tokens. So I used to have BAT, but I sold it because it wasn't really doing anything. And then I like Link because it's a decentralized price oracle that takes outside data that's not part of the blockchain and then brings it onto the blockchain, and then you can trust it. And then I don't have any Mano Filecoin or Live Peer. But what this allows people to do, say like the old head investors, is it gives them exposure to the cryptocurrency market without having to directly purchase cryptocurrency, right? So they can buy this on like the NASDAQ or through their Fidelity accounts or their Charles Schwab accounts. And it gives them exposure, right? But for a lot of us, like myself included, I'd much rather hold the actual asset and then go through the process of learning how to custody it myself so someone else doesn't have to do it, and I don't have to pay them the fees to do it, right? But a lot of people, they're not willing to do that, and would much rather have a company like Grayscale could set up a trust and then they could just like buy it for them. So that's actually some very positive news, and hopefully in the future they may even add these coins. We may soon see trust for Aave, Cosmos, Polkadot, Monero, and Cardano if other filings are followed through. Super bullish news. Alright, so I'm personally invested in Cosmos and Cardano, but as you can see, like, this is what happened after the news with Chainlink, with Grayscale offering its trust for that token. Could the same thing happen with these coins as well? Time will tell. Alright, so another site that I use is Cointelegraph, and there is some positive news for Tezos. So a French retail giant will launch Tezos-based stablecoin. And when I read this, what I was thinking about, the USDC stablecoin, right? So that was built on, built in a consortium between Circle and Coinbase, and that's actually backed by Goldman Sachs. So I feel like they're trying to do the same thing with the euro that those three companies that I just mentioned did with the US dollar, right? So having a euro-based stablecoin will not only allow mass adoption in Europe, but will be like providing liquidity to the cryptocurrency market in a euro-based stablecoin. So there's a lot of developments coming out of Europe coming soon. So we'll see. Time will tell. Alright, so this is Tyrell. Once again, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Feel free to comment anything that you would like me to touch upon and talk about. Yeah, on that note, peace.